Number 1. This 1975 Chevrolet Corvette, offered at $18,500 and located in Hamburg, Pennsylvania, is presented as a well-maintained driver-level classic that has clearly benefited from recent mechanical attention and ongoing care rather than neglect. Finished as a clean and honest example, this Corvette features a 350 cubic inch V8 paired with an automatic transmission, providing the familiar and dependable drivetrain configuration many enthusiasts appreciate for cruising and weekend use. It is equipped with manual windows, keeping the car mechanically simple and true to its era, while aftermarket hooker headers and side pipes add both visual attitude and an unmistakable classic V8 sound. Although air conditioning is not currently installed, the seller notes that the compressor is included, giving the next owner the option to complete the system if desired without starting from scratch. A significant highlight of this Corvette is the extensive list of maintenance, repairs, and replacements completed during the spring and fall seasons, reflecting a proactive approach to ownership. The frame and undercarriage have been cleaned and painted, an important detail that speaks to the structural integrity and long-term preservation of the car. Numerous suspension and chassis components have been addressed, including front stabilizer bar links and bushings, a rear leaf spring bushing kit, torsion bar connecting nuts, grease fittings, and a lower control arm bumper, all of which contribute to improved handling, ride quality, and overall road manners. The cooling and fuel systems have also received attention, with a cleaned, painted radiator supported by new upper and lower radiator hoses, a transmission cooling line, fuel filter, and a brass fuel line plug, helping ensure reliable operation and peace of mind during regular use. The engine bay and supporting systems show evidence of thoughtful servicing rather than cosmetic shortcuts. FEL Pro valve cover gaskets, a new gold oil filter, fresh motor oil, molded heater hoses, and a properly installed ground cable from frame to starter, along with a starter-to-frame bracket, all point to careful mechanical upkeep. The hood mechanism was repaired to address a sticking issue, including replacement of the driver's side pin and latch and repairs to the driver's side inner fender well, restoring proper function and alignment. Additional details such as liquid steel filler use and an AC compressor bracket installation further indicate attention to both functional and preparatory work, rather than superficial presentation alone. Braking and suspension components have also been refreshed, enhancing both safety and drivability. The car features premium front brake calipers paired with new Duralast front disc brake pads, providing confident stopping performance, while SensaTrack front shocks help improve control and ride comfort. All four tail lights have been replaced, maintaining the Corvette's distinctive rear appearance and ensuring proper visibility. Taken together, this 1975 Corvette represents a solid, mechanically sorted example that balances originality with sensible upgrades, making it an appealing option for someone seeking a classic Corvette that has already received substantial investment and is positioned to be enjoyed immediately, while still offering room for further personalization if desired. Number 2. This 1967 Ford Galaxie, offered at $25,000 and located in Conway, South Carolina, is presented as a highly original and well-preserved full-size classic that reflects careful long-term ownership and authentic luxury-era character. Finished as an LTD model, it features the upscale trim package that distinguished these cars when new, emphasizing comfort, refinement, and road presence rather than pure performance alone. The seller notes that this is a one-owner vehicle with just 72,000 original miles, a claim that significantly enhances its desirability and credibility as an unmolested example. From the outset, this Galaxie is positioned as a true survivor-style car rather than a patched-together restoration, appealing to buyers who value originality and documented continuity. Power comes from a 390 cubic inch V8 paired with an automatic transmission, delivering smooth, confident cruising performance that suits the Galaxie's large, comfortable chassis perfectly. The car is equipped with power windows, a notable luxury feature for the era, reinforcing its LTD status and making it a pleasure to drive and ride in. Heat and air conditioning are both present and reported to be functional, an important consideration for a classic intended for regular enjoyment rather than occasional show use. According to the seller, the car drives great, suggesting that the drivetrain, suspension, and steering are operating as intended, without the typical issues often found in lesser-maintained full-size classics. Visually and thematically, this Galaxie retains the elegant design cues that defined Ford's luxury lineup in the late 1960s. The interior features wood grain accents, adding warmth and a premium feel consistent with the LTD's upscale positioning when new. All systems are stated to be in working order, which speaks not only to the car's condition but also to the diligence of its long-term ownership. In addition to the wheels currently fitted, the seller includes the original spoke wheels with white wall tires, a valuable bonus that allows the next owner to return the car to an even more period-correct appearance or preserve the originals while enjoying the car as is. Overall, this 1967 Ford Galaxie LTD represents a rare opportunity to acquire a one-owner, low-mileage luxury-era American classic that has not been heavily modified or restored beyond recognition. Its combination of originality, comfort-focused features, strong V8 power, and included factory wheels make it a compelling option for collectors and enthusiasts alike. Offered at $25,000 with the possibility of a trade for other classic cars or trucks, this Galaxie stands out as a well-cared-for, fully functional example that captures the essence of late 1960s full-size American motoring while remaining ready to be driven and enjoyed. Number 3. This 1961 Chevrolet Biscayne, offered at $9,500 and located in New Bedford, Massachusetts, is presented as a solid and honest early 1960s full-size Chevrolet that blends classic styling with a thoughtfully upgraded small-block drivetrain. The seller notes that they are moving on to another classic, but emphasizes that this Biscayne has been regularly driven and proven to be very reliable, not just a garage-bound project. The body is described as being really solid for its year, which is a meaningful statement given the age of the car, though it is acknowledged that the floors could benefit from additional work. Rather than detracting from the overall value, this transparency reinforces that the car is being represented realistically as a usable classic with room for improvement rather than a cosmetic showpiece. Under the hood, this Biscayne features a mildly built 355 cubic inch small block Chevrolet based on a 1978 to 1979 350 block with a desirable 4-bolt main bottom end, paired with a TH350 automatic transmission. The engine combination includes 1978 to 1979 Z28 200 two-cylinder heads, a crane camshaft and lifters with approximately .460 lift and 280 advertised duration, and crane silver roller rocker arms, creating a well-balanced setup aimed at reliability and strong street performance. Hydraulic flat tappet lifters and an LT1 intake round out the package, offering a proven combination that delivers solid drivability without sacrificing the classic V8 character. This is not an overbuilt or temperamental engine, but rather a thoughtfully assembled street setup that allows the car to be driven confidently and enjoyed regularly. From a usability standpoint, the seller states that they drive this Biscayne all over, underscoring its dependable nature and reinforcing that it is not merely a static project. The car comes with 2 sets of wheels, giving the next owner flexibility in appearance depending on whether they prefer a more traditional look or something slightly more aggressive. While the floors may need attention over time, the overall structure is described as strong, making this a far better starting point than many cars of this era that suffer from extensive rust or hidden structural issues. The straightforward invitation to "come take a look if you're serious" suggests confidence in the car's condition and presentation. Looking ahead, this 1961 Biscayne is positioned as an excellent platform for further customization, whether that means continuing to drive it as is while addressing improvements gradually or taking it in a more ambitious direction. The seller notes that it would be a perfect candidate for a big block or LS swap for those seeking more power, while also suggesting that a lowered or airbagged setup would dramatically enhance its visual presence. At the same time, the car is entirely usable in its current form, allowing a buyer to enjoy it immediately without committing to a major build right away. Offered for cash or possible trade for a pickup truck, this Biscayne represents a versatile, driver-friendly classic with solid bones, a strong drivetrain, and clear potential for personalization in whatever direction the next owner chooses. Number 4. This 1966 Ford Fairlane 500, offered at $16,000 and located in Battle Creek, Michigan, is presented as an honest and largely original mid-size Ford that combines classic styling with a solid foundation for either continued enjoyment or future mechanical upgrading. The seller notes that the actual mileage is unknown but believed to be around 119,000 miles, positioning the car realistically rather than making unverifiable claims. Finished as a bench seat car with a column-shifted automatic transmission, this Fairlane retains the traditional driving experience that defined family-oriented performance cars of the mid-1960s. The engine runs, though it is noted to smoke, with the seller clearly stating that valve seals will need to be replaced, reinforcing that this is a straightforward mechanical issue rather than a mystery problem. Power comes from a stock 289 cubic inch V8 paired with an automatic transmission, maintaining the car's original and uncomplicated drivetrain configuration. While the engine is not modified and remains factory spec, the transparency regarding its current condition allows the next owner to plan repairs or upgrades without surprises. The fact that the car runs is an important advantage, enabling it to be moved, tested, and worked on without first addressing major drivetrain removal. This setup makes the Fairlane an ideal candidate for someone who prefers to improve a car step by step, whether by refreshing the existing small block or moving toward a more performance-oriented build. Inside, the interior is described as being really nice, and the seller emphasizes that its condition is evident in the photos, suggesting a level of care that is often missing from cars of this age. A clean and presentable interior significantly adds to the car's appeal, as restoring interiors can be both time-consuming and costly. To further support the car's restoration or refinement, the seller includes a substantial collection of new parts, such as a complete set of weather stripping, various dash components, and a brand new 427-style fiberglass hood. Notably, the hood is a bolt-on design rather than a pin-on setup, preserving a cleaner, more factory-like appearance while still offering an aggressive muscle-era look. The package becomes even more compelling with the inclusion of additional new components, depending on the final sale price. A set of 4 new wheel Vintiques 15-inch steel wheels with factory-style 10-inch dog dish hubcaps is included, along with 4 brand new 15-inch tires, providing a classic and correct stance ready to install. If the asking price is met, the sale will also include an unmounted set of brand new Trick Flow twisted wedge track heat 205 cubic centimeters cylinder heads, featuring 2.08-inch intake and 1.65-inch exhaust valves, as well as a set of brand new Doug's long tube headers with 1 3/4-inch primary tubes, representing significant added value and performance potential. Offered with no trades requested, this Fairlane 500 stands out as a clean, well-documented project with a strong mix of originality, included upgrades, and clear mechanical direction for its next owner. Number 5. This 1955 Plymouth Belvedere Fireflight, offered at $10,000 and located in Westminster, Maryland, is presented as a largely intact and character-rich mid-1950s American classic that has clearly been cared for and maintained with the intent of preservation rather than neglect. Described by the seller as being in great shape for a nearly 70-year-old car, this Belvedere reflects the solid construction and distinctive styling that defined Plymouth's higher trim offerings of the era. The sale is motivated not by dissatisfaction with the car, but by the seller's desire to move on to something else, which helps frame this vehicle as a genuine ownership transition rather than a problem being passed along. Its overall presentation suggests a strong survivor foundation that still retains the charm and presence expected from a true 1950s Fireflight-era Plymouth. Mechanically, the car has recently benefited from several important repairs that support its long-term usability and reliability. The seller states that exhaust leaks and transmission leaks have been repaired, addressing 2 common and often troublesome issues in older vehicles, and a new battery has been installed as well. These updates indicate that the car was actively being maintained and driven rather than sitting untouched. While it is noted that the front suspension needs attention in the form of kingpin and bushing replacement, the seller already has the necessary parts on hand, which is a meaningful advantage for the next owner and reduces both cost and sourcing effort. This transparency reinforces that the car is being represented honestly, with its needs clearly outlined. Regarding current running condition, the seller initially noted that the car was not running and suspected a possible generator or coil wiring issue, while also stating that it had been running just days prior. An update clarifies that the car has since been started successfully and is idling fine, though it has not been driven further out of caution to avoid a potential roadside breakdown. This careful approach suggests responsible ownership rather than uncertainty, and the fact that it now runs and idles smoothly is a positive sign for anyone familiar with diagnosing and sorting classic electrical systems. These types of issues are common in vehicles of this age and are often straightforward to address once properly inspected. From an overall perspective, this 1955 Plymouth Belvedere Firefly represents a solid entry point into mid-1950s American motoring, offering strong originality, recent mechanical attention, and a clear path forward for improvement. Whether the next owner chooses to complete the suspension work and continue enjoying it as a driver, or take it further into a more comprehensive restoration, the car provides a sound and honest foundation. Offered at a firm $10,000 with absolutely no trades, this Belvedere stands as a straightforward, no-nonsense classic sale, appealing to enthusiasts who appreciate vintage character, mechanical transparency, and the opportunity to own and refine a true 1950s Plymouth without exaggerated claims or hidden intentions. Number 6. This 1960 Chevrolet Suburban Sport Utility, offered at $18,500 and located in Batavia, New York, is presented as a largely original and well-preserved early SUV-style Chevrolet that reflects the rugged utility and timeless design of GM's late 1950s and early 1960s wagon lineage. Often referred to by sellers as a station wagon due to its body style, this Suburban represents an increasingly hard-to-find configuration that blends passenger comfort with cargo hauling practicality. The seller emphasizes that the vehicle runs and drives great, positioning it as a usable classic rather than a stalled restoration project. Its originality and honest condition make it especially appealing to buyers seeking a vintage Chevrolet that still retains its authentic character and mechanical simplicity. Powering the Suburban is a 283 cubic inch V8 paired with a Powerglide automatic transmission, a classic Chevrolet combination known for smooth operation and long-term durability. The drivetrain is further supported by power steering, a desirable feature that significantly improves drivability, especially given the vehicle's size and weight compared to standard passenger cars of the era. The seller's statement that it runs and drives great suggests that the engine, transmission, and steering systems are functioning as intended, allowing the next owner to enjoy the vehicle immediately without first addressing major mechanical concerns. This setup makes the Suburban well suited for cruising, light hauling, or simply being driven and appreciated as a vintage utility vehicle. Structurally, the car is described as having solid floors and a solid frame, which is a critical factor when evaluating a vehicle of this age. These are often the most expensive and labor-intensive areas to repair, and their solid condition adds substantial value to the overall package. The seller does note that the lower outer body panels show typical rust and rot, a common issue for Suburbans and wagons that were frequently exposed to moisture and road debris over decades of use. Importantly, this rust is framed as expected age-related rather than catastrophic structural damage, allowing buyers to realistically assess cosmetic restoration needs without fear of hidden frame issues. As a whole, this 1960 Chevrolet Suburban stands out as a solid, original example with strong mechanical fundamentals and clear disclosure of its cosmetic shortcomings. It offers an excellent balance between preservation and usability, making it suitable for someone who wants to enjoy it as is while gradually addressing exterior bodywork, or for a buyer with plans for a more comprehensive restoration. With no low offers or trades accepted, the seller makes it clear that this is a straightforward sale of a classic utility Chevrolet with good bones, authentic features, and increasing collectability in today's market. Number 7. This 1966 Dodge Dart 270, offered at $2,200 and located in Blaine, Washington, is presented as a true peak Detroit Iron era survivor that retains an exceptional level of originality rarely seen in cars of this vintage and price range. Identified as the final year of the third-generation Dart, this example stands out as an unmodified, largely untouched car that still reflects how it left the factory. The seller emphasizes that the doors close with the same solid feel they had when new, a small but telling detail that speaks to the integrity of the body structure and overall build quality. Finished in its original paint, The car shows only minor exterior rust that is described as surface level, reinforcing its status as a genuine survivor rather than a patched or disguised project. The body itself is described as very straight, with all factory badging still present, an important detail for collectors and purists who value completeness and authenticity. The most notable rust issue is confined to the driver's side footpan, which is identified as the most significant area needing attention, while the remainder of the structure remains solid for a car of this age. The rear glass is broken, but all other glass is original and reported to be in excellent condition, reducing the challenge of sourcing period-correct replacements. Taken as a whole, the exterior and structural condition suggests a car that has aged honestly, without the extensive corrosion or accident damage that often plagues similarly priced classics from the mid-1960s. Under the hood, this Dart is equipped with the optional larger and higher output slant-6 engine, displacing 225 cubic inches and rated at 145 horsepower, paired with an automatic transmission. This drivetrain was well regarded for its durability, smooth operation, and fuel efficiency compared to larger V8 options of the era. The previous owner had begun a reconditioning process and removed the valve cover and timing chain cover, indicating that mechanical attention was underway, though unfinished. Additionally, the brake pedal has been removed and will need to be replaced, making it clear that the car is a project that requires mechanical reassembly rather than a turnkey driver, but one with a straightforward and well-understood mechanical platform. Inside, the Dart will require a full refresh of the soft interior components, including seats, carpet, and headliner, which is typical for an unrestored survivor of this age. While this adds to the project scope, it also provides the next owner with a blank canvas to restore the interior to factory specifications or personalize it subtly while preserving the car's originality. With its straight body, original paint, desirable survivor status, optional high-output slant-6, and clear title, this 1966 Dodge Dart 270 represents a rare opportunity to acquire a fundamentally solid and authentic mid-1960s compact at an accessible price point. It is increasingly difficult to find cars from this era that remain this original and structurally sound, making this Dart an appealing candidate for preservation, sympathetic restoration, or careful recommissioning as a period-correct driver. Number 8. This 1962 Ford Falcon, offered at $4,250 and located in Salem, Oregon, is presented as a creatively modified early 1960s compact that blends original Falcon roots with later Ford performance components to create a distinctive and usable custom. The car was originally purchased as a body-only project without an engine or transmission and left the factory as an inline-6 with a 3-on-the-tree manual, but it has since been transformed into a much more powerful and engaging package. Retaining a rough-edged rat rod-inspired aesthetic, the Falcon wears its age and modifications honestly rather than attempting to disguise them, giving it a personality that stands apart from stock restorations. The seller notes that the original factory color was Corinthian white, offering an interesting reference point for anyone considering a future repaint or period-correct restoration direction. Under the hood, the Falcon now features a 289 cubic inch Ford V8 equipped with a 4-barrel Edelbrock carburetor, paired with a C4 automatic transmission, delivering a substantial performance upgrade over its original drivetrain. The front and rear ends were sourced from a 1964 Ford Fairlane and installed as part of the conversion, providing a stronger and more compatible foundation for the V8 powertrain. Many of the supporting components were also taken from either the same Fairlane or a Ranchero parts car, resulting in a cohesive swap rather than a mismatched collection of parts. The car is reported to start and run fine, indicating that the drivetrain installation is functional and sorted well enough for regular use or continued refinement. Several important new components have already been installed, reducing the immediate workload for the next owner and adding to the car's reliability. These updates include a new gas tank, radiator, electronic distributor and ignition wires, alternator, thermostat, and starter, all of which are key systems that often demand attention on older project cars. By addressing these items, the current setup supports dependable starting, cooling, and charging, making the Falcon far more usable than a typical unfinished swap project. These improvements suggest that the car has been driven and tested rather than simply assembled and parked. Inside, The seats and headliner were redone prior to the current ownership and are described as being in decent shape, offering a comfortable and presentable interior foundation. The carpet has been removed, allowing full visibility of the floor, where a rust hole is noted on the passenger side, an issue that is disclosed clearly and honestly. While this will require repair, it also means there are no hidden surprises beneath old carpeting. With a clean title, a running V8 drivetrain, and a unique blend of original Falcon character and Fairlane-sourced mechanical upgrades, this 1962 Ford Falcon represents an affordable and flexible project that can be enjoyed as is, further customized, or gradually refined depending on the next owner's vision and skill set. Number 9. This 1974 Oldsmobile Delta 88 convertible, offered at $11,000 and located in Garden City, Idaho, is presented as a rare and highly desirable full-size American convertible that combines strong originality with proven drivability. The seller emphasizes that this is not just another open-top cruiser, noting that only 3,716 examples were produced, which places this Delta 88 among the more uncommon large convertibles of the mid-1970s. With 75,000 original miles reported, the car is positioned as a well-preserved example rather than a worn-out survivor, and its long-term garage storage for much of the past decade further supports its overall condition and preservation. The motivation for sale is practical rather than mechanical, as the seller explains they need something more suitable for daily driving, reinforcing that the car itself remains well-liked and valued. Power comes from a 350 cubic inch V8 paired with an automatic transmission, a classic Oldsmobile combination known for smooth torque delivery and relaxed highway cruising. The seller states that the car runs great, suggesting that the drivetrain is functioning properly and remains reliable for regular use. Recent maintenance includes the installation of a new master cylinder, an important safety-related component that improves braking confidence, along with a new air conditioning compressor belt, indicating attention to both drivability and comfort systems. These updates point to ongoing care rather than deferred maintenance, helping ensure that the car can be enjoyed immediately without urgent mechanical intervention. From a usability and ownership standpoint, this Delta 88 benefits from being stored indoors for most of the last 10 years, a factor that often plays a significant role in preserving interior materials, exterior finishes, and convertible top components. The tires are reported to be in great shape, eliminating an immediate replacement expense and further supporting the car's road-ready status. As a full-size convertible, the Delta 88 offers a comfortable and relaxed driving experience, with ample interior space and a smooth ride that reflects Oldsmobile's focus on refinement during this era rather than raw performance alone. Overall, this 1974 Delta 88 convertible represents a compelling opportunity to own a rare, low-production American convertible that remains both usable and collectible. Its combination of documented rarity, original mileage, recent maintenance, and honest ownership history make it stand out in a market where large 1970s convertibles are becoming increasingly scarce. Offered at $11,000, this car appeals to enthusiasts seeking a distinctive open-air cruiser with strong presence, classic V8 power, and the ability to be enjoyed immediately, while also retaining long-term collectability due to its limited production and preserved condition. Number 10. This 1972 Buick Skylark GS, offered at $39,000 and located in Rittman, Ohio, is presented as a fully restored and exceptionally high-quality example that reflects a comprehensive, no-shortcuts approach to classic Buick preservation. The seller states that the car has accumulated only 2,500 miles since completion of a lengthy, full restoration that encompassed the entire vehicle, including the interior, engine, transmission, and rear end. This is not a partial refresh or cosmetic overhaul, but a ground-up effort intended to return the car to a level that meets or exceeds its original presentation. Described as extremely straight and beautifully finished, this Skylark GS is positioned as a true show-level vehicle rather than a casual driver or lightly refurbished classic. At the heart of the car is its numbers-matching engine, which has been professionally bored .030 over as part of the rebuild, maintaining originality while ensuring fresh internal tolerances and dependable performance. The transmission is a turbo 350 automatic equipped with a shift kit, offering crisp, confident shifts while retaining street-friendly manners. The rear end was also rebuilt during the restoration, completing a fully refreshed drivetrain package that supports the seller's claim that the car is 100% turnkey. This combination delivers the kind of smooth, authoritative performance expected from a properly restored Buick GS, blending classic torque with modern reliability resulting from careful machining and assembly. The overall presentation of the car has clearly resonated with judges and enthusiasts alike, as it has earned multiple show awards, including a Best of Show win at the Sloan Museum Car Show this past summer. Achievements at this level strongly suggest attention to detail across every visible and functional aspect of the vehicle, from body alignment and paint quality to interior fit, finish, and mechanical cleanliness. The seller openly states that this is one of, if not the nicest Buick they have ever owned, a claim reinforced by the car's show history and immaculate condition. While the seller has not run factory documentation or confirmed the original GS status through Sloan, the car is being sold transparently as a tribute, allowing buyers to evaluate it based on its condition, build quality, and presentation rather than paperwork alone. As a whole, this 1972 Buick Skylark GS represents a rare opportunity to acquire a fully restored, award-winning Buick that requires nothing further to enjoy, display, or proudly own. With its limited post-restoration mileage, show-proven quality, numbers-matching drivetrain, and turnkey readiness, it stands out in a market where truly finished cars are increasingly difficult to find. Offered at $39,000 or best offer, this Skylark appeals to collectors and enthusiasts seeking a top-tier Buick that delivers both visual impact and mechanical confidence, without the delays, risks, or escalating costs associated with undertaking a comparable restoration today. Number 11. This 1959 AMC Rambler American station wagon, offered at $15,950 and located in Lake Forest Park, Washington, is presented as an extensively refurbished and carefully preserved example of a compact American wagon that has clearly benefited from years of methodical, detail-oriented ownership. The car is described as the result of a decades-long refurbishment project carried out by a former owner who was an active member of a vintage car club in Tigard, Oregon, with the vehicle stored in a shop garage and primarily used for vintage car parades rather than daily transportation. This background helps explain the unusually thorough mechanical attention and the emphasis on reliability, safety, and preservation over cosmetic shortcuts. The sale is driven by the current owner's need to fund a roof replacement, not by dissatisfaction with the vehicle, which reinforces the impression of a well-loved and properly maintained classic. Mechanically, the Rambler has received comprehensive inspection and refurbishment across nearly every major system, making it far more sorted than most cars of this era. The entire driveline was inspected, with seals and U-joints replaced as needed, and the fuel system was fully renewed. Underhood electrical components were inspected and updated, including replacement wiring and ignition system components, while the cooling system was thoroughly tested, flushed, and refurbished, with the radiator serviced and the thermostat and hoses replaced. The steering system, alignment, and shocks were either replaced or refurbished, contributing to stable road manners and predictable handling. A spare transmission is also included in the sale, adding long-term security and value for a future owner who plans to keep the car for years to come. Attention to detail continues throughout the car's electrical, interior, and functional systems, reflecting a restoration philosophy focused on usability and correctness. All electrical systems throughout the vehicle were inspected and refurbished wherever corrosion or wear was found, and all dashboard controls and devices are reported to be in good working order. Seat belts have been added for improved safety, while the exhaust system has been fully refurbished. The engine is described as tight and clean, with no leaks or visible damage, and has been fitted with modern aluminum air cleaner and oil breather cap replacements for improved durability. The doors are well fitted, with no evidence of body or chassis damage, and the exterior and interior panels are believed to be original to the car, an important distinction for enthusiasts who value authenticity. Additional thoughtful touches include new wheels, brakes, and modern radial tires, improving both safety and drivability while maintaining a period-appropriate appearance. A rear area bug screen designed to fit the rear windows is included in its original box, though one rear passenger window handle is detached and will need replacement. Notably, all door handles and window mechanisms have already been inspected, refurbished, and lubricated. Mileage is believed to be 143,616, with the title noting that the odometer exceeds mechanical limits, a common and honestly disclosed detail for vehicles of this vintage. Taken as a whole, this 1959 AMC Rambler American wagon stands out as a thoughtfully refurbished, mechanically sound classic that offers charm, originality, and confidence-inspiring upkeep, making it well-suited for continued parade use, casual cruising, or preservation-focused ownership. Number 12. This 1967 Plymouth Belvedere is presented as a well-executed GTX clone that delivers classic Mopar muscle presence with strong road manners and striking originality in appearance. Finished in its original light green metallic paint, factory code FCY2F4, the car retains a period-correct look that suits the body lines exceptionally well and highlights the clean, straight condition of the exterior. The paint presents with a consistent finish and good depth, giving the car an authentic vintage character rather than an over-restored appearance, and the overall stance reflects a proper muscle-era setup that looks right from every angle. Under the hood sits a powerful 440 cubic inch V8 engine, providing the kind of performance expected from a GTX-inspired build, paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission that delivers smooth and confident shifting. The drivetrain combination offers strong acceleration while remaining comfortable and easy to drive, making this Belvedere equally suited for cruising or spirited weekend use. Power steering is equipped, enhancing drivability and making the car enjoyable both on longer drives and in tighter city conditions. The engine bay presents cleanly and reflects consistent care, reinforcing the impression of a car that has been thoughtfully assembled and maintained. As a Florida car, this Belvedere benefits from a history that supports its solid overall condition, with no noted disappointments in how it runs or drives. The chassis feels composed, and the car tracks well on the road, giving confidence behind the wheel. The combination of classic styling, big block power, and reliable mechanicals results in a turnkey driving experience that does not require sorting or immediate attention, allowing the next owner to simply enjoy the car as intended. Located in Warwick, Rhode Island, this 1967 Plymouth Belvedere GTX clone stands out as a compelling example for enthusiasts seeking classic Mopar performance without the premium pricing of an original GTX. With its desirable color, strong 440 V8, automatic transmission, and well-rounded driving characteristics, this car offers an appealing balance of visual authenticity and usable performance. It represents a solid opportunity to own a properly styled and well-running muscle car that delivers presence, sound, and power in one cohesive package. Number 13. This 1969 Chevrolet Impala is a classic two-door hardtop that presents as a well-preserved, largely stock example with long-term ownership and thoughtful maintenance throughout its life. Finished in a repaint completed in the late 1990s, the exterior still carries strong presence with clean lines and a solid overall appearance. Within the last decade, the top was repainted properly with the front and rear glass removed, pinch welds cleaned and refinished, and the glass carefully reinstalled, reflecting attention to detail rather than a quick cosmetic refresh. The body maintains its original proportions and stance, giving the car an honest, period-correct look that highlights the Impala's full-size GM styling. Under the hood sits the original-style 327 cubic inch V8 engine paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission, delivering smooth and reliable performance consistent with the car's factory configuration. The engine is described as a strong runner that starts right up, benefiting from recent mechanical attention including a rebuilt carburetor that was removed, serviced, and reinstalled correctly. The cooling system has been thoroughly overhauled, with the system flushed and updated with a new water pump, hoses, and supporting components, ensuring dependable operation and peace of mind for regular driving or weekend cruising. Mechanically, this Impala has received continued care rather than neglect, with the brake system serviced within the last couple of years and reported to be functioning very well. Dual exhaust adds a subtle but appropriate V8 tone without detracting from the car's stock character. The car rides on classic Craigar wheels wrapped in quality BF Goodrich tires, a timeless combination that complements the body lines while improving road presence. With just under 135,000 miles, the drivetrain reflects consistent use and maintenance rather than prolonged storage. Inside, the car retains its original layout with the main seat tops recovered for comfort, though not in factory-correct upholstery, making the interior usable and presentable while remaining true to the spirit of the car. This Impala is a second-owner vehicle, having been purchased approximately 30 years ago, which adds meaningful provenance and continuity to its history. Located in Spokane Valley, Washington, this 1969 Chevrolet Impala represents a solid opportunity to own a well-kept, turnkey classic that balances originality, reliability, and classic American V8 appeal without over-restoration or modification. Number 14. This 1954 Ford Crestline Skyliner, offered at $27,900 and located in Portland, Oregon, stands as a rare and highly collectible example of mid-century American automotive design from the height of the jet age. Produced for 1 year only, the 1954 Crestline Skyliner is best known for its distinctive blue-green tinted plexiglass roof panel, a dramatic styling feature that immediately sets it apart from other cars of the era. With production limited to approximately 13,000 units, this model occupies a special place in Ford history and remains one of the most visually striking glass-top cruisers ever built. The car presents as a genuine piece of automotive Americana, combining rarity, recognizable design, and strong enthusiast appeal for collectors seeking something beyond the ordinary 1950s sedan. Mechanically, this Skyliner has been significantly upgraded to deliver modern drivability while retaining its classic character. A professionally installed power steering and power brake system represents a documented investment of $10,298, transforming the driving experience into something far more relaxed and confidence-inspiring compared to stock specifications. These upgrades allow the car to steer easily and stop smoothly, making it suitable for extended cruising, events, and regular enjoyment rather than limiting it to static display. Power comes from a desirable Ford Y-block V8 engine paired with an automatic transmission, offering period-correct performance with dependable operation and the smooth power delivery expected from a well-sorted 1950s V8 cruiser. Visually, the car makes a strong statement with its striking two-tone cadet blue metallic and sandstone white exterior finish, a color combination that complements the Skyliner's dramatic roofline and chrome accents exceptionally well. The addition of a Continental kit enhances the rear profile and reinforces the upscale, boulevard cruiser presence that defined Ford's premium offerings of the era, while fender skirts further emphasize the long, clean body lines. The overall presentation reflects a car that was built to be seen and admired, whether parked at a show or rolling down the road, with styling details that remain unmistakably rooted in 1954 design language. Inside, the cabin has been refreshed to match the car's exterior presence, with newly recovered bench seats representing a documented $1,300 investment. The interior maintains a comfortable, inviting atmosphere that blends original styling cues with renewed materials, making it both visually appealing and enjoyable to use. This Crestline Skyliner is described as well documented and ready for the road, offering a compelling mix of historical significance, rarity, and thoughtful upgrades. For collectors or enthusiasts seeking a distinctive glass roof Ford that can be driven and enjoyed with ease, this example represents an opportunity to own one of the most iconic and memorable designs of the 1950s. Number 15. This 1967 Dodge Charger R/T, offered at $45,000 and located in Exton, Pennsylvania, is presented as a freshly restored high-performance Mopar that blends documented authenticity with carefully selected performance upgrades. The car is supported by a new fender data plate and build sheet documentation, along with authentication paperwork from respected Mopar authority Galen Govier, adding significant credibility to its R/T pedigree. With fewer than 500 miles accumulated since completion of the restoration, this Charger represents a turnkey example intended to be enjoyed while still retaining strong collector appeal. The overall presentation reflects a build focused on correctness, drivability, and performance rather than shortcuts or cosmetic-only restoration. At the heart of the car is an original December 1966 dated 440 block that has been bored .060 over and professionally rebuilt with forged pistons and Eagle H-beam connecting rods for durability and strength. The engine is topped with Edelbrock Performer aluminum heads and an Edelbrock aluminum intake manifold, fed by an 850 CFM carburetor for strong throttle response and power delivery. A Lunati Voodoo solid lifter camshaft gives the engine an aggressive, performance-oriented character while remaining street-capable. Power is sent through a rebuilt TorqueFlite 727 automatic transmission equipped with a shift kit, providing crisp, positive shifts that match the car's muscle-era personality. The drivetrain and chassis have been complemented by a number of thoughtful mechanical upgrades designed to improve both performance and control. A TTI 1 3/4-inch exhaust system with Flowmaster mufflers delivers a deep, authoritative sound while maintaining proper exhaust flow. Steering has been upgraded with a Borgeson steering box and coupler, along with a rebuilt Mopar steering column, resulting in more precise and confident handling compared to original specifications. A front disc brake conversion significantly improves stopping power and safety, making the car far more usable in modern traffic conditions without detracting from its classic appearance. Inside, the Charger has been refreshed with new legendary upholstered seats, maintaining an authentic look while offering renewed comfort and support. Modern conveniences have been discreetly added with a retro sound Bluetooth stereo system and 4 speakers, allowing contemporary audio functionality without compromising the period-correct interior aesthetic. The car sits on 15 by 7 American Racing Magnum-style wheels wrapped in like new BF Goodrich Redline radial tires, a classic combination that perfectly suits the Charger's muscular stance. With its documented history, low post-restoration mileage, and carefully balanced mix of originality and upgrades, this 1967 Charger R/T stands as a highly desirable Mopar built to be driven, shown, and appreciated. Number 16. This 1965 Pontiac GTO, offered at $66,500 and located in Chagrin Falls, Ohio, is presented as an absolutely stunning example of a true, factory-born GTO that has undergone a comprehensive rotisserie restoration. With just under 1,900 miles driven since the restoration was completed, the car reflects a level of care and attention that is immediately evident throughout. The body retains all original sheet metal with the sole exception of the trunk floor, preserving the integrity and authenticity that serious enthusiasts value. Refinished in its original Fontaine blue, the exterior is described as exceptionally straight, with consistent quality carried through the door jambs, rockers, engine bay, and trunk, creating a cohesive high-end presentation from every angle. Under the hood, the engine compartment is fully detailed and houses a completely rebuilt 1969 Pontiac 400 cubic inch V8 topped with a 4-barrel carburetor, delivering strong and reliable performance with classic Pontiac character. Power is believed to be transmitted through the original 4-speed manual transmission, paired with a 10-bolt rear end equipped with 3.90 positraction gears, giving the car an aggressive yet street-friendly driving personality. The mechanical package is further enhanced with power disc brakes at all 4 corners, a significant upgrade that greatly improves braking performance and confidence while still fitting seamlessly into the car's muscle-era identity. The interior has been fully restored in its correct black color scheme, renewed from front to back while maintaining a stock appearance that complements the car's factory roots. Seating, trim, and surfaces present as fresh and correct, providing a clean and inviting cabin that matches the quality of the exterior and drivetrain. A subtle upgrade has been made with the addition of an AM/FM radio, offering improved functionality without detracting from the original look and feel of the dashboard. The overall interior environment strikes an excellent balance between originality and usability, making the car suitable for both show and extended enjoyment. Visually, the GTO sits on staggered foose wheels measuring 17 inches in the front and 18 inches in the rear, giving it a modernized stance while still respecting its classic lines. The chrome throughout the car is described as beautiful, further enhancing its high-level presentation. Electric exhaust cutouts add versatility, allowing the driver to enjoy a more subdued tone or unleash the full sound of the Pontiac V8 at will. With its documented restoration, minimal post-build mileage, strong mechanical upgrades, and exceptional overall condition, this 1965 Pontiac GTO is positioned as a no-disappointments classic, built to a high standard and ready to be driven, shown, and appreciated by a discerning buyer. Number 17. This 1970 Mercury Cyclone spoiler, offered at $48,000 and located in Martinsville, Virginia, is presented as a highly desirable muscle-era Mercury that combines big block power with a largely original, honest survivor-style presence. As a true Cyclone spoiler, it represents one of the most aggressive and performance-focused offerings from Mercury during the height of the muscle car wars. The seller describes the car as mostly original with minimal rust, which is a critical factor for collectors and enthusiasts seeking authenticity rather than over-restored examples. Being turnkey and ready to drive, this Cyclone is positioned as a car that can be enjoyed immediately while still retaining the character and feel of a genuine period performance machine. Under the hood sits a formidable 429 cubic inch big block V8, delivering the kind of torque and power that defined Ford and Mercury's top-tier muscle offerings in 1970. This engine is paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, a combination that significantly enhances the car's desirability and driving engagement. The big block and manual gearbox setup reflects the Cyclone spoiler's performance intent, offering a raw, mechanical driving experience that modern cars simply cannot replicate. The drivetrain is described as turnkey, reinforcing that the car runs and drives properly without requiring sorting or immediate mechanical attention. The interior features a black color scheme with a factory-style center console, reinforcing the sporty, driver-focused layout that complements the 4-speed manual transmission. The cabin maintains a largely original appearance, aligning with the car's overall survivor character rather than a heavily modified or modernized build. This originality adds to the authenticity of the car and allows the next owner to enjoy it as a true representation of what a Cyclone spoiler was like when new. The combination of console, manual transmission, and big block power creates an interior environment that feels purposeful and true to the muscle car era. Structurally, the car is described as having minimal rust, an important distinction for a 1970 performance car, especially one that has not been extensively restored or rebodied. The mostly original condition suggests that key components, panels, and finishes have been preserved rather than replaced, which is increasingly difficult to find in high-performance Mercurys of this era. As a result, this Cyclone spoiler stands out as a solid, honest example that balances collectability with usability. For enthusiasts seeking a rare Mercury muscle car with big block power, a 4-speed manual, and a ready-to-drive condition, this 1970 Cyclone spoiler represents a compelling and increasingly hard-to-find opportunity. Number 18. This 1965 Ford Mustang convertible, offered at $50,000 and located in Woodbridge, Virginia, is presented as a fully sorted, turnkey classic that has been thoughtfully upgraded for modern drivability while carefully preserving its iconic mid-1960s character. Finished in black, this Mustang is clearly positioned as a finished driver rather than a project, appealing to buyers who want immediate enjoyment without the delays and uncertainty of ongoing restoration work. The seller emphasizes that this car is ready to be driven and enjoyed, backed by a clean title and extensive documentation, with a professional appraisal placing its value at $50,000 as far back as 2017, even before several additional modern upgrades were completed. This context reinforces that the asking price reflects both condition and the quality of work invested over time. From a mechanical and performance standpoint, this Mustang has been comprehensively upgraded to deliver reliability, responsiveness, and confidence in modern traffic. The engine is equipped with a Holley electronic fuel injection system, eliminating the quirks of carburetor tuning while improving cold starts, throttle response, and overall consistency. Cooling has been addressed with a Champion 3-core radiator, ensuring the car runs cool even during extended drives or warm weather. Shorty headers feed into a MagnaFlow dual exhaust system, providing a refined yet authoritative exhaust note that complements the car's performance character without overwhelming its classic appeal. A rebuilt rear end further supports dependable power delivery, making this Mustang well-suited for regular use rather than occasional short drives. The chassis and braking systems have also received significant attention, transforming the driving experience compared to a stock 1965 Mustang. Willwood power disc brakes provide modern stopping power and improved safety, while power steering and a power brake booster reduce driver fatigue and make the car far more enjoyable in everyday driving situations. A fuel-safe fuel cell has been installed, adding an extra layer of safety and reliability, particularly for longer drives. These upgrades collectively ensure that the car starts easily, runs strong, stops confidently, and feels composed on a road, addressing many of the common shortcomings associated with early first-generation Mustangs. Inside, the cabin blends classic styling with modern comfort and functionality. TMI leather Type R front seats provide improved support and a premium feel while still fitting the Mustang's interior aesthetic. Classic instruments gauges replace the factory units, offering improved accuracy and readability without looking out of place. A Bluetooth-enabled stereo system allows for modern connectivity, and LED headlights improve nighttime visibility while maintaining a clean, subtle appearance. The addition of new rocker panels further underscores the attention paid to structural integrity. With no trades, no joy rides, and an emphasis on serious in-person discussions, this Mustang convertible stands as a well-documented, tastefully modernized example that delivers the charm of a 1965 Mustang with the confidence and usability expected by today's drivers. Number 19. This 1966 Chevrolet Impala SS 427 convertible, offered at $45,000 and located in Oregon City, Oregon, is presented as an exceptionally high-spec, performance-focused full-size convertible that blends classic super sport styling with extensive modernized upgrades. Representing the peak of mid-1960s Chevrolet luxury and muscle, this Impala is built around a factory-style SS presentation while benefiting from a carefully selected collection of premium components throughout. The seller positions this car as a standout example, emphasizing both its visual presence and its advanced mechanical execution, describing it as driving more like a modern performance car than a typical vintage cruiser. From the outset, it is clear this is not a basic restoration, but a thoroughly refined build designed to deliver comfort, handling, and reliability at a very high level. At the heart of this Impala sits a formidable 1968 spec Chevrolet 427 cubic inch V8 rated at 435 horsepower, fed by a Holley 4-barrel carburetor and topped with a high-flow air filter. The engine bay is detailed extensively with polished and upgraded components, including polished brass radiator top and bottom tanks, polished aluminum overflow tanks, polished alloy valve covers, chrome alternator and brackets, and braided fuel lines, creating a visually striking and meticulously finished presentation. Cooling and reliability have been enhanced with automatic electric cooling fans, silicone heater hoses, and polished alloy hose connectors. Power is routed through a robust TH400 automatic transmission equipped with a dedicated cooler, backed by a 12-bolt positraction rear end fitted with Summers Brothers axles, ensuring strength and durability to match the engine's output. A driveline hoop and interstate battery with battery tender further reflect the attention paid to both performance and long-term reliability. Chassis, suspension, and braking upgrades transform this Impala into a remarkably capable road car. Adjustable coilover suspension has been installed at both the front and rear, paired with large sway bars on both ends to dramatically improve handling and reduce body roll. Four-wheel disc brakes with a proportioning valve mounted under the driver's seat provide modern, confidence-inspiring stopping power well beyond factory specifications. Headers and a dual exhaust system complete the performance package, delivering strong flow and an authoritative exhaust note. Inside the car, the driving experience is further elevated with a factory console shifter and gauge package, along with an in-dash 7,000 revolutions per minute tachometer featuring a 6,500 revolutions per minute redline, a rare and highly desirable option. The tilt and telescopic steering wheel, a rare one-year-only feature, is complemented by a new 1959 to 1960 style steering wheel, blending classic aesthetics with enhanced adjustability. The interior and exterior finish work reflect the same high standards as the mechanical components. The convertible top has been replaced with a new black stay-fast canvas power top featuring a glass rear window, widely regarded as the highest quality material available. The cabin has been fully refreshed with new sound deadener, new carpet, new factory-style front and rear seat upholstery, new sun visors, a new convertible top boot, and custom Impala floor mats front and rear. The trunk is exceptionally clean and finished with painted metal trim and quick-release fasteners, emphasizing presentation over utility, with no spare tire or jack included. Rolling stock consists of 15-inch rally wheels wrapped in new 245/60 R15 Hankook Kinergy tires, providing a period-correct look with modern performance. Additional details include a matching passenger side mirror, factory chrome fender trim already installed, extra new rocker panel trim with fasteners, and a bunce car cover. Described as driving fantastic with modern-like handling, this Impala SS 427 convertible stands as a highly refined, no-expense-spared example that would be difficult to match in both execution and overall presence. Number 20. This 1966 Chevrolet Corvair Monza convertible, offered at $1,750 and located in Seattle, Washington, is presented as a solid and largely complete classic convertible project with strong fundamentals and clear paperwork in place. Positioned as an honest restoration candidate, this Corvair includes a title and key and is described as a complete car rather than a stripped or abandoned shell. Its appeal lies in the combination of affordability, originality, and the unique engineering that defines the Corvair platform. As a Monza convertible, it carries one of the more desirable trim levels, making it an attractive entry point for enthusiasts looking to restore or revive an air-cooled Chevrolet from the mid-1960s without a massive initial investment. Mechanically, the car is equipped with the signature air-cooled flat six-cylinder engine, though it is not confirmed whether it is the 110 horsepower or 140 horsepower variant. The engine turns over with a jump and will briefly start when sprayed with starting fluid, indicating that it has compression and basic mechanical function, but will require fuel system work before it can be properly run. A 4-speed manual transmission adds to the driver-focused appeal and makes this Monza more engaging than automatic-equipped examples. The previous owner removed the fuel tank and did not complete the restoration, which explains why the car is not currently road-ready, but also suggests that the next steps to revive it are relatively straightforward for someone familiar with classic cars. From a structural standpoint, this Corvair is described as having minimal rust overall, which is a significant advantage for a convertible of this era. The floor pans are reported to be solid, an important and often costly area on Corvairs and other unibody cars. Rust is noted beginning in the windshield corners and the lower rear quarter panels, but these areas are presented as localized and manageable rather than widespread structural issues. The car is described as a nice, complete project, suggesting that major components are present and intact, reducing the need for hard-to-find replacement parts. It will need a new convertible top, which is typical for a project at this price point and age. Additional appeal comes from practical and collector-friendly details that enhance long-term value and usability. The car already wears a vintage collector license plate, meaning no future registration tabs are required, which can be a meaningful cost and convenience benefit depending on local regulations. Its platform compatibility makes it of interest to enthusiasts of other Corvair variants, including Corsa, Spider, Lakewood, Greenbrier, Rampside, and Turbo or 140 horsepower models, due to shared components and enthusiast support. With its solid floors, minimal rust, manual transmission, and classic convertible styling, this 1966 Corvair Monza convertible represents a realistic, budget-friendly project that should not require extensive work to return to the road, making it an appealing opportunity for the right buyer. We appreciate you watching our roundup of 20 affordable classic cars from the marketplace. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to Cheap Classic Cars. And make sure to share this video with anyone who shares your love for timeless rides.